Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Hardcore Revisited Challenge, where we bop our way through some of the hardest levels we can with some smooth classical tunes in the background. I wonder if we should get some smooth jazz for a future challenge. That might be nice. Do you want to hear some dude with a saxophone just noodling away in the background while I murk people? Could be fun. Anyway, challenges, levels. Wick Creek, Dartmoor, Haven, Hokkaido. Now, we've done Haven as a showdown once already. Does that mean we can't do it again? We've also done Wick Creek as a showdown. We haven't done Dartmoor, and we are not doing Hokkaido. So, let's just start with Hokkaido, shall we? Fiber wire kill. Sniper, take no damage. Okay. Collateral kill firearms. We do have a piercing sniper rifle, probably. That's a horrible section of challenges in general. Maybe we switch from Hokkaido, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Now, what have we got that's piercing? That boy is piercing, and it's silent. It just takes a while to get out of the briefcase. But I think we'll go with it. Yeah, we'll stick with Hokkaido. We'll gather up our tools. So we need a fiber wire. And we need our regular tools. We've only got 2 targets though, so if we somehow botch collateral kill firearms on the first, we'll go for it on the second as well. We've all seen those times where a bullet just seems to go through the first target for some reason. But hopefully that will not be the case today. Yeah, I think that's everything we need more or less. I'm going to grab the stethoscope to use as my fiber, because I don't want to risk losing more equipment than necessary. And we do have 3 spots left, but we've only got 2 targets. And we've got everything we need for those 2 targets, so I don't think we need to bring anything else. So let's go visit the wonderful Japan. Ah, wonderful, it's the Morgue start. We like the Morgue start, because we just get up and then we run away. People seem to notice us, which is fine, because they're not actually going to come to us, I don't think. But that bodyguard will. So that's a bodyguard outfit, and then we'll take out the cameras. This is why Morgue Star is the best on Japan. On Hokkaido. Particularly if it's not a showdown. If it's a showdown, it can get tricky, because if that room's full of lookouts, then life becomes a bit more challenging. But we'll grab that gun, and we'll switch to one that is quieter. And where is our box over there? Boop. Good. That's job 1 done. Not challenge 1, but job 1 is done. Now we've got 3 guards to snipe. That's 1 taken care of. Where are our targets exactly? We've got someone in or around the maintenance room. And we've got someone just roaming about in public, perhaps. So, both fairly public targets by the look. Sniping guards shouldn't be a problem though, because there's a second one. And there's a third one. At least one of those comes down the stairs. So yeah, you guys just finish your conversation. One of you can pop down here. I might just be able to shoot you over the railing. I could choke you out and then shoot you. That's probably the less risky option, just in case someone pops over from there. And there we go. There is guard and a friend, so the timing would have worked out okay, I think. But better to be safe than sorry is one of the founding principles of hardcore mode. So you come with me, my man. That's you out of the way. We'll drop the rifle once again, because lad upstairs is not going to come down. Unless, of course, we make him come down.
What the?
Bonk. I would just leave him up here and bring the rifle up, but I'm not certain that nobody is going to come out from the restaurant or whatever, so we'll just do what we did a moment ago. Excellent. That is the sniper challenge out the way. The least necessary of the challenges to complete, but we got it done. You can get in a cupboard. We'll pick up that spare gun that was around here as well, I think, because why not? So, target Hilda is upstairs in the stairwell area, but she's on the stairs, so does that mean she's going up and down between the toilets and the restaurant? Okay, maybe not. Maybe she's just hanging around upstairs. She doesn't make life easy for us.
Yeah, I saw her at the spa earlier with an entourage of bodyguards.
If we can clear out this area, though, that could potentially help. She may or may not come down here at some point, and even if she doesn't, we can seek her, and she may then come down here. So let's see. You can get in a cupboard.
No way! Someone help me!
Bloody
Someone might be in need.
silent pacifier in my bottom. Quiet pacifier is what that was. But it got the job done. We cleared out this little room. Now, if we do lure her down here, then we'd also want to lure someone else down here, probably. And then go for a silent sniper shot that takes them both out. But let's have a think. Maybe we switch to a patient outfit for now. We're allowed around here, and it will make us less suspicious to her.
How are you, sir?
Hello. Are you coming in here as well? Yeah, you are. You going into the bathroom? I don't understand why that happens sometimes. Briefcase just won't throw properly. He'll just switch it back and forth between his hands.
That was for Mr. Jason Portman.
Maybe my mouse buttons are broken, but it doesn't seem to happen with anything other than briefcases, so
Please proceed to
not
the
sure.
hospital entrance.
Now, yep, she's coming back down as well. This is a busy bathroom. I mean, it's spacious, for one thing. Why has it got all these chairs in it? Who just sits down in the bathroom and reads magazines? Weirdos, that's who. Right, you can sit in this bathroom with this man. Neither of you know who I am, so in the unlikely event that someone else also goes into that bathroom, it's maybe not the end of the world. Now, Hilda's on the move again. She did kind of come over here, but now she's off. Where is she going? Just strolling around and about, so maybe all that was for nothing. But if we could seek her from here without anyone noticing us, then she'll go to a bathroom. We know how to deal with the people in bathrooms. Who sees me there? No one. So why? So apparently... Yeah, someone is spotting me. Is it one of those doctors from down there? Come now. Now she's off again. Thanks, doctors. This is the trouble with Hokkaido. You can just get spotted from anywhere. But this was the benefit of the patient outfit. Is that they saw me with the gun out, and so I was alerted to the fact that I was being watched without necessarily having to worry about getting spotted. If I'd used a guard outfit, I wouldn't have known anything was up until the point where I was spotted doing something illegal. So sometimes patient outfits or civilian outfits can be better than guard outfits. There's a bunch of plasters there and whatnot. If we became chef, could we persuade you to eat something? Maybe. But then, yeah, you come over here.
Mister,
And you just stand up there. What if we briefcase down here? You heard that for sure. Did anyone else?
Wait here. You hear gunshots, run like crazy.
Yeah, the guard did.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I totally understand.
But that's fine, maybe?
Okay, really?
Because if she comes back over here in a minute, then she will be the one who hears our shenanigans. Maybe she will now. Yes, good. I was worried that she was about to start a whole cycle again and we were going to miss her. But no.
This keeps happening again and again today.
Bonk. I hope that hasn't happened more than once today. You'd have a very sore head if that was the case. Now, do we want to take off this guy's pants just in case? It's possible we might need a guard outfit later, so let's make sure we take it now so it's clean. And then let's line these two up. Pretty certain no one else is going to come down here. No. I want to shoot them from a bit of a distance, because I think most of the issues I've had with bullets travelling through people have occurred when I've shot them from point blank. Excellent. Right, that's prestige complete. Sniper rifle does not need to come out again. Don't really need to clean up the bodies either. We haven't really got enough space because we've got 4 bodies down here and 1.5 cupboards. So let's just go about our business, head back upstairs. Target is actually in the maintenance room, Justin Spear. So, is Target in the sauna? I think they are. So, patient outfit could do it. But our supplier's also over there. So maybe we'll get bodyguard outfit. Now, where would that guy go if we turn off the sauna's hot water? I could ask that question for science, although I don't know if it really helps us. Alright, so we've got a guard coming up these steps today. Very well.
Step back. Let the pros do their thing.
I'm a pro. Knobhead.
You want to kiss, big boy?
Yes. Now. So one way
I had 2 lessons.
we could
but I just
get a 5-wire kill, probably, would be to knock out the other lad, and then when he gets up and runs for help, we could 5-wire him. Alternatively, we could just go in there, get his attention in our suspicious outfit,
Need anything?
and lure him into this room.
Always am.
What have you got for us, supply friend? Not a lot, because we don't have a great deal of space, but we've got a remote domestic gas device. That's always welcome. And we've cleared out this room of that guard. So yeah, maybe
If you need more, you know where to
we
find
just use the suspicious outfit to get his attention.
Hey, mister, who are you?
Who am I? Although, this way, how do we fibre wire him like this? We're going to have to rush behind him at some point.
muscle, buddy.
Oh yeah, it works. Good. Fantastic. So this should also be a perfect run. Now, what happens though? Increased temperature of
Buy
sauna.
something. You name it, I got.
That's going to cause you to move, surely. Yeah. And we can't bar the door, can we? Oh yeah, we can block the door. So I could have just blocked the door and killed him that way, but that wouldn't have been fibre wire. Now, where do you go?
Excuse me while I go roll in the snow for a while.
You just stand out here. Wouldn't really have helped us then, I don't think. Unless you leave this room first, then our target left afterwards, but kind of good to know, regardless. and we're fairly close to an exit. So I think we take this perfect run and go about our business. Thank you, Hokkaido. You have been wonderful. Now, what prize awaits us? In the crate. It's the oil canister. Could come in handy. And Sniper Kill Epic is now a thing. That's probably going to come in handy, because at least one of the other maps might have Sniper Kill. Yeah, that one's got Sniper Target and Sniper for Guards by the look of it. So, yeah. Maybe. I mean, it's going to be a repeat showdown map if we go back to Haven for the showdown. But it's hardcore. I think we're allowed to repeat ourselves if it gives us a great chance of success. So let's do Dartmoor next. And let's take Epic Sniper Kill. And let's grab our Seeger. It'll do the job. It's epic, it's silent. Then let's get interrupted by a knock on the door. Old Johnny Amazon has just delivered some pillows. It's the kind of exciting life I lead, is that things like this happen on a regular basis. Now, do we bring the remote emetic gas device? As a backup, as an insurance, because we've got the Seeker, but if all of our targets do just happen to be in the most public places known to man, if it's like Garden Show or something, maybe it can't hurt to have the emetic as well. And let me think, do we bring anything else? We've got everything we need. Do we bring a rubber duck, just in case, for the same reason? Yeah, we'll give ourselves a bit of Garden Show insurance, and we'll head to Dartmoor and see what's what. And it is Garden Show. I was just going to say, the one thing I forgot to bring was a big gun that can be used if everything hits the fan. But if everything hits the fan at Garden Show, yeah, it's not good for you. So, targets are in the open. It's Dee and Sophie and Cornelia Stuyvesant. Oh. Supplies around there. Safe is in there. We'll enjoy our visit. We might just want to snipe everyone, to be honest. What do you say, supplier?
You want to buy something?
Do you have much for us? You've got a fancy knife. May as well buy it now. You've got a remote taser. So Cornelia can definitely be killed in half a dozen different accident ways, because she is potentially a target on the escalation. Right, security camera's not a problem. There's a potential guard outfit for us. Although we could do those two regular security guards bogging off. Go on, lads, turn around.
Don't let this get to you, man. Calm and smile. Calm and smile.
Go on, lads. You stay here for a moment, friend. Okay, now you can...
You need to back off now.
Okay, I'm backing off. Good. Now, what's the plan? Do we just crunch this guy just to get rid of him? We could have snipped him, but no, we'll find other guards that we can snip, because he was just a bit risky. He's going to get discovered. His body generally gets discovered at some point, so I'd rather just take him off the board right away. Isolated guards would be good, so maybe ruins. Oh yeah, frogs. I forgot about the frogs. Thanks, NPC. Because Cornelia, at least, might drink something. So yeah, we'll grab a frog. Is Sophie one of the people that actually has a garden here? I forget. We might have opportunities to kill a few people with poison. Let's see. Oh no.
Everywhere.
She's a maid of some sort. And then Dee, who's up there, might also be a maid. Right, and then there's a few people around who know us. Okay. Can't remember how to kill Cornelia without getting into lots of trouble for it. But yeah, one of them's a maid who goes into the house. Which shouldn't be
I do not envy you.
the hardest thing in the world to deal with. Now there's also that guard who knows us. But what if we got rid of him? Because no one's watching us from here. He goes over there. I mean, he does kind of see us. But that's a guard sniped and an enforcer to boot. So that's a good start. Now there's also guards over here watching the security camera box. And at least a couple of them are enforcers again, but there's nowhere quiet to really take them out. Yeah, any violence I commit around there is going to get spotted immediately. Sounds like there's a courier around. But I don't know where or who. There's a box there, so this gardener could get crated.
Look like a goddamn tourist.
Right, so that might be the courier. And it's also a guard. So that's 2 for 1, if that is indeed a courier. Yes, excellent. We'll have your gun, we'll have your cash, and then you can assist us in our challenge. Now, are any targets snipeable from all the way over here? That's the question. Although another question is, does Cornelia drink anything? So, which question do we answer first? So that guard roams back and forth. That gardener is trying to scare the birds. Is there a crate in here? There's a weapons crate. And there's a few people about, so who heard that? Good, it was the guard. So yeah, he comes over there. They're not really watching me. He comes into the bush. It's not a box, but it'll do. Very good. Now, if we are thinking about poisoning Cornelia, maybe we'd want mansion staff outfit. Or maybe we just want to go back to our suit, because we can follow her around in our suit without anyone getting too excited about us. Mansion staff would let us poison her beverage without getting into trouble, but generally poison only gets you into the sort of trouble that you can easily then just run away from. So let's see. Oh, his body hasn't been found yet. Wow. I'm most surprised at that. Oh, now it's been found. What is going on there? That's really weird. Unless someone's got a super, super long... Oh yeah, in our suit we're also spotted by targets, aren't we? Oops. Right, so Cornelia comes over here, I knew that. But heck with it then. If we're going to get spotted either way, in suit or bodyguard outfit, then maybe we want a mansion staff outfit.
I wish my husband dressed half as well as you do.
Thanks. So, we can come in here. There is a mansion guard over there. I keep calling them mansion guards. Is anyone going to hear this? Maybe not. Right, so target comes back in the building. So that guy over there. So Sato knows we're trespassing. But he buggers off at some point. So this is probably a good place to take out the maid. She comes in, does some cleaning, and then goes again. We've taken out the guard in here. So we're kind of free to roam about in here. Let's try this gramophone. Hey! Yeah, I like that tune. But we're all about the classics today. And down he goes. Let's box him up and nick his pants. Still in black and white, but this time we're allowed to be here. So could we also lure our maid with this gramophone? Because no one else will care, will they? Maybe. And in the meantime, we can rob a safe while we wait for it to potentially come back. Ah, there we go. Didn't even have to wait long. So, we will scuttle across. What a useful gramophone this has been. Bonk. And then, just to be on the safe side, we could do all of our challenges right now. We could get out our Seeker. Get that done. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Changed outfits. I meant to just reload the old gun. And then whip out the snipper. Another perfect run. Assuming we survive. So, where were we? We were robbing a safe. Any more things on this side that need a scan? No? So, maybe they're in this room somewhere after all? There we go, there's one on the table. Now, he does eat things, so if he was our last target, that would have been great. But I still think Cornelia's likely to have a snack at some point, or a nice beverage. Lovely. So back out we go. Now, that target is going to be tricky because I doubt she's going to do anything particularly exciting, but we can always snipe her from somewhere. What's Cornelia up to? Need to keep an eye out for enforcers though, because even though we're in an outfit that she won't see through, that doesn't mean that we're immune to problems. So yeah, you can electrocute her over here, can't you? So that's an option. You just turn on the water sprinkler down there. You grab the car battery from nearby somewhere. Might be in the van actually out front. And then you just put coins down and whatnot. But let's see. So she's chatting with Ken, I think his name is? Yeah, it's Ken. So she finishes that convo, comes around here. Might be a push opportunity here, but I doubt it's very subtle. Yeah, it's not the most subtle, although if those two are out of the picture, then it gets a bit better. And that is those two out of the picture. So maybe we'll come back to that if we need to. But again, let's watch her movements. So there's a cup of tea there. Who drinks the cup of tea? Is it Target though? Yeah, it might be Target. As in the person running the garden. Yeah. So Cornelia's off again. Not a lot we can do to her there, I don't think. Could potentially. I mean, it said silent attack eliminate there. Could you drown her in the bird bath? I'm not sure. I feel like I could probably just find a sniper spot and take them both out without too much trouble. But hey ho, I like to do things in a slightly more interesting fashion if I'm able. Yeah, she's looking at some flowers. Getting a real good look at those flowers. I'm sure there were some coconuts in one of these that you could shoot onto people's heads, but I'm not seeing them now. Oh, they might be up there. And there's always the risk that that guy would
So hard to find good domestic help these
see
days.
them instead if we threw a coin or something in there. So yeah, where are you off now, Corny? I mean, at this point, if we poison it, it's just going to take forever for it to complete a loop anyway. But yeah, she's just going back in here, I think.
Looking good, man.
So yeah, maybe she's not going to drink anything after all. What if we throw a box over there? Box? I mean briefcase. Okay, someone comes around from here. She did hear it, but she wasn't the one who came round. But that doesn't mean she won't come around if we do it again.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, here she comes. Now, we've got a shiny new knife, haven't we? Good. Target down. We followed you around for no clear reason, but now you're down. And that just leaves the maid. So she roams around and about. She comes to the stage. Ah, there's the car battery. She hears a briefcase.
Don't know what that was.
And then she comes around to have a look.
Okay.
Now, are we safe behind the stage? I don't think those lads will see us if we give her a bit of that. And one of those. Good. Turned out she was pretty straightforward after all. Could have done this mission a lot quicker if we hadn't been faffing around and making a meal of it, but it's another perfect run and that's what counts. Which leaves Wick Creek, which caused us so much trouble last time, and Haven, which is great for showdowns. So I think Wick Creek should be next, to be honest. Remote micro taser, we'll grab that. Silence pistol kill epic is just ideal. Now, let's just take a look. So, silence pistol kill and push kill on Haven. So we are going to blow our perfect run streak if we go to Haven. Because we'll only have one target and we can't do both silent pistol kills and push kills. Especially if we've got kill only targets. Whereas if we go to... On the one hand, I really want to keep up our streak of perfect runs. But on the other hand, we've just done a Wick Creek showdown. So I think we're going to Wick Creek. Where we've got silence firearm kill. Eliminate guards with a sniper and poison guard. We'll get the old Black Lily, I think. As our epic silence pistol. And then we need a sniper rifle, but it doesn't need to be a special one, so we'll just bring the Seeger again. Poison guard. We could potentially do the whole Nolan Cassidy's house thing, where we just knock out loads of people in his house and then snipe them all. So that's an option. If any of our targets are in public places though, which happens a lot, then we might want that remote emetic gas device again. Yeah, that should be enough. Let's go and do a regular Wick Creek mission. Okay, so we've got a target right in front of the statue. We've got two at the Wilsons, which is probably good. We've got one in Janus's basement, which is generally good. Because if we can get in the Griswold property, we can sneak in there, get that guy, and then we're able to take out the cameras too. So, yeah, there's one of our targets. Do we just deal with them?
Weeks ago, I walked past him and I have to tell you.
That's our prestige objective complete. There are cameras about. And there's guards. Don't mind me. But we're nowhere near the scene of the crime. And we can't take our briefcase with us if we drop over here. That's good to know. But that's cool because we can grab ourselves an outfit that will allow us back up into that garden. I always worry if I'm just going around the stairs rather than vaulting that this gardener is going to see us. That one there. Who was that running? Was that someone running to get one of these guards? To tell them that wacky stuff is happening near the statue? I think so. But we're not near the statue. We are just a Janus bodyguard, just doing Janus bodyguard things in his basement. Although we don't want to open it right now, perhaps. Not while our target is stood right there. Yeah, you piss off. Now, there are 3 men in here. I was expecting 2 because of the... Oh yeah, it's 3. It's 1 for the safe. It's 1 who just lives here regularly. And then it's the one who's our target, who's just an extra one that's been added. But there's a gun here. So let's grab that. Pop it on the floor. Is that going to be close enough for our target to see it? Am I overthinking this? Can I just go out there and start blasting? Possibly. But nope, we'll play it sensibly for now. At least until there's only 2 of them. If we can take out 1 here, then dealing with a 2-on-1 is much easier than dealing with a 3-on-1. He's taken the bait. Down he goes. His mate did hear that though. Right, and the 3rd one also heard that, I think. He's seen a body on the ground. Have we got a wrench? Well, yeah, we have. Can we throw it from here? Doesn't look like it. We could change cover, perhaps, but... There we go. Problem solved. Unless, of course, Gunther comes down from upstairs, because it is possible that this is a version of the map where Janus and Gunther are going to be hanging around. So let's move some bods. There we go. We should be alright now. Pick up that gun. Now, 3 targets to kill with sniper rifles. 3 guards to kill with sniper rifles. And we've got a poison one, actually. So maybe we just do that now. Get it out of the way. Okay, maybe that doesn't count because that guy was alerted. So maybe we don't waste our second... Yeah, he was alerted, I think. That guy wasn't, though, was he? Yeah, let's science this, actually. Let's get our Seeker back out. This guy wasn't alerted to us, I don't think. Yeah. We've only got 1 unconscious witness, which is that guy. So this guy, this should work. Yes, good. So if they're alerted... and then you knock them out, you can't poison them with a Seeker Dart while they're unconscious, because they're still counted as being alerted. That's interesting, and that's good to know. And that's another perfect run sorted. So now we just need to go and find and take out our 2 targets at the Wilsons. Oops. There we go. And the safe, of course. Potentially we could deal with the Wilsons by just going up into the house next door and sniping people in the back garden. But maybe not. Maybe we slip back into our civilian disguise, which was Garbage Man. And we just go and see what's what. Our targets are both on the ground floor at Wilson's. It's possible one of them's a smoker even. So maybe we grab the propane. So someone is talking to Mrs. Wilson.
I wish my husband would let me have that.
We could definitely blow them up without too much trouble
Well,
from within the window of next door.
Richard and I have similar
No one else around here is really suspicious of us except Mrs. Wilson. Are you smoking? That's really bad for you. So yeah, maybe we'll pop next door. Oh dear. There appears to have been a complosion. So that's going to panic our other target a bit. But there's not a lot we can do about that. It might help, you know. It might move our other target to somewhere where she stood next to an explosive lamp of some sort. Let's see. Nope. She's down there. We could just plink her in the head and then get a fourth mission done. But maybe she's going back to where she normally stands.
Command, be advised, we have a casualty.
And there we go. Might have taken out a few other people in the process, but I think we got our woman. And now we've also got our supplier.
All right.
Who has got the DTI Stealth, which is a terrible pistol. But it's cheap, so we'll grab it.
Right. Come back if you need more. You look like you're in
And let's go about our business. Oh. And that business may as well be hopping on the garbage truck. Back past the statue where that woman got mysteriously perforated a few minutes ago. What a strange crime that was. The killer was never found. But that's not business for us. We're just an innocent garbage man going about our rounds. And now it comes down to the old Haven showdown again. So, neutralise a lookout, collateral accident or melee kill epic. I mean, we're already definitely not getting a perfect, because we can't. We could still get silenced pistol kill though. Neutralise a lookout though generally clashes with kill only targets. Because I don't want to just bonk a lookout on their head and put them in a crate. Collateral accident also. So yeah. It's a showdown. Let's not worry even a little bit about the bonus objectives. Smoker and Sweet Tooth. That doesn't give us an easy poison opportunity. So maybe we're looking at like double seeker shot on their assassin and then on them. And then shanking them in a toilet. Or maybe we're just looking at throwing an epic melee weapon into their head. And then just running away. And waiting for the heat to die down. And then coming back and collecting the weapon from the floor. So yeah, we'll go with melee epic. What we will do though, I think, let's check the challenges. I think we're not far off high in fibre, which we've still not completed. Yeah, we need 3 more poison, and we need 1 more fibre wire. And a fibre wire counts as an epic melee weapon. So, in a perfect world, we will fibre them. In an imperfect world, we can just throw the old Jambier at their head. Let's have a look. So we'll just bring the assassin's pistol. If things hit the fan, it's probably not good for us, but we'll bring a submachine gun just in case things hit the fan. And we'll bring the usual gubbins. We've got 1 spot free. But we can't rubber duck someone. We could concuss rubber duck someone and then throw a melee weapon at their head. But we're not going to. We'll leave it at that, and we'll head off to Haven. Okay. Get off that lounge of 47. We've got business to attend to. Probably involving taking out cameras first. Because that's just good sense. Hatless. Black hair. Hatless should help identify people from a distance and knock them off the list. But yeah, I don't think we'll worry too much about anything until cameras are down and we've got ourselves an outfit. Although, let's see. You've got a hat, so you're definitely off the list. Is that one target or two? Either way, red is off the list. Have I turned off the wrong target there? Yes, I have. Okay. So that's a couple down. A couple of hatted folks that we don't need to worry about anymore. It doesn't look as though any of the targets are going around Tyson's villa or anything like that, which is handy for our purposes. It also makes me wonder if it would be a good idea to get hold of a business phone and then lure people over to the villa, but first things first is this man, this long-suffering man. Bonk. We'll grab all your stuff, and you can come this way. And then we'll take your clothes for now. Because we do have business to attend to in the villa. There we go. Bullet impact was noticed. Probably because we had to fire 2 of the buggers. So excited guards might be sneaking around there to see what's up. But we're up here now.
This ain't a gym, buddy.
Now, do we just get ourselves the same outfit as before? There is a target over here. Okay, there is one that I missed before. Roaming around on the private island by the look. May as well go and check them out while we got a chance. They're wearing a hat, so they're not the one. But if we can get a bit closer and officially knock them off the list, I'd like that. There we go. Is the private island a good spot for luring people for a meeting? I don't know. But what I do know is that the tech guy outfit from the basement here is a pretty good one for generally strolling around the rest of the island. Good lad. Okay, no one else is around. Tonk. And in a cupboard you go. So now we can start looking at our targets properly. So there's a couple there by the beach. So maybe we make our way over there. We can't go across Private Island now, can we? In this outfit. Are they coming to Private Island? Or are they just walking around on the beach? They are crossing over to Private Island. So maybe we stay as a guard just a little bit longer and creep around in the bushes and look at them. It's the age-old question. Do you want a guard outfit that lets you roam about the map, or do you want a civilian outfit that restricts your movement but allows you to get up close and personal with the targets? I mean, there's a lot of bushes about, so we can sneak around in them and take photos of people, perhaps. Although that guy... Oh, no, you're both hat people. We don't need hat people. So maybe our target is... Well, our target is one of this pile of people. So maybe we can now get away with a civilian outfit. Let's see. Although it looks like one of the suspects might be buggering off back over to Private Island, which would be just typical. But they'll come back.
Hello, sir.
Who are you? Looks like you fit the bill. Oops. Didn't mean to take you off the list. Yeah, you fit the bill. Now, are you going to smoke or eat a chocolate bar? That would be nice. And you are her assassin, right? Yes. So up she comes. That looks like a smoking spot. Yeah, she's having a smoke. Good. Now, can we lure that assassin into here? Will he hear this through the window? No. Very well. But she's got one of the towels. We could potentially take a chance now. But there's still a lot of targets out, so let's not. Let's instead just stand about like the innocent, technical man that we are. Or do we take a bit of a risk?
Hey there, big boy.
It's only a bit of a risk because no one really goes into this room very much. But that's a potential assassin down. Now, where's she off? If we didn't have kill any targets, I might just lure her in some bushes now and deal with it. But I want to see her eat a chocolate bar and preferably have a business meeting. Who's that guy? He looks like he could fit the bill. Dark hair, glasses. Now, what are you doing? Sweet Tooth, eh? We may have found our woman. We just need to see if she's going to have a business meeting to be 100%. But I'm feeling confident. If an opportunity arises, then we might poison her. Is this an opportunity? Where would she go if we secret her? Maybe here somewhere. What would she do? Let's find out.
I need to.
Is she going to go into a hut or is she going to the bathrooms? Good. So she's coming down here. Lookout's going the same way, which is awkward. It's not hugely awkward, but it's awkward nonetheless. So she's going to come in here, she's going to cross over to the other bathrooms. Oh no, she's just going straight into the gents. Okay, let's see if I was right. Yes. Leader eliminated. Iron Fibre challenge complete. We've killed only targets. We could go and find our supplier, but there's an exit right here, so I guess we'll toddle off. We're running out of challenges to do. This is good. Didn't get the perfect run, but there was no way we could once we chose Haven as the showdown map. But Traceless ICA Assassin, that's the equivalent of Silent Assassin, isn't it? So it was a clean run. What's our reward today? It is the Masamune. Very well. Our secondary reward? Probably a key hacker. Why not? And so that will bring us to the final round of maps. I shall select some of the very finest that I can find, and then we will see next time how we get on with those. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.